You know, there's a scripture in the Bible that states, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." And the knowledge that we're lacking is the fact that we don't know who we are. We will rather accept or acknowledge someone else being us as opposed to us being who the Most High intended us to be, which is greatness, is chosen people, is set apart people. Now, I was talking to a brother last night. It's about, 5:50 a.m., the day after, right? So I was talking to a brother last night, and the topic came up about the war in Palestine, or Israel, if you will, right? And I stated that the Most High is starting to work his miracles. He's starting to purge that land. And family, for the record, the land of Canaan is not just that region. We basically, the Most High gave the entire world to us. Okay, and these heathens were supposed to serve us, but we disobeyed his law, statutes, and commandments, so now he put them above us. And I was explaining to this gentleman that the reason why this is happening is because the Most High is about to show his face. He's about to show his true power. He's about to deliver the children of Israel from bondage. And he stopped me right there. He said, "Wait a minute, what are you talking about? That already happened. You know, the children of Israel was already in bondage in Egypt." And he said, and this is one of the reasons why they're going through what they're going through, because they rejected Christ. That's why they're going through. So I said, who are they? Who are you referring to? He said, "What do you mean who I'm referring to? I'm talking about those Israelites over there that's having a war with the Palestinians." I said, "They're not no Israelite." So of course, family, I had to spend almost like 40 minutes breaking down scriptures, right? I'm not scholarly like many of y'all, but I do know enough where I can present scriptures in the Bible that indicates that they're definitely not the people of the book. So I started to bring out, prophecy, Isaiah, Deuteronomy, Exodus, Ezekiel, like all the book of Daniel was one of the main book I focused in on. And of course, Deuteronomy chapter 28, the 15th verse to the 68th verse I focused on. And this dude, it took him a while for him to kind of second guess himself. But this man is telling me the reason why they're going through what they're going through, because they rejected Christ Jesus as Lord. And it was prophesied in the New Testament that they would do that. And, and then they would be persecuted, and then God was going to deliver them. So I said, okay, so God is going to deliver them? He said, yeah. So I said, okay, so why do they need an Iron Dome? Why do they need a missile defense system? If they are the chosen people, why do they need man technology to defend them or deliver them, right? Why do they need to get billions of dollars every year to protect them from the world? Because the world pretty much know who they are and who they are not. And all that money that they're paying, like America especially, is called hush money. That money is being paid to these devils because they know the truth. They know that they have assumed our identity. And they know that here in America, right, the so-called African Americans are the true children of Israel. And then you have Yasharel, which was referred to as Israel, was scattered in the four corners of the earth. Like my ancestors, right, they came from Panama as well as Jamaica. I'm talking about the black people, the dark-skinned, copper-colored people, right? Then you have a lot of Israelite family. A lot of Israelite are in Brazil. I've been doing the research. I've been doing the study on that. Then, of course, you have the Igbo, and you have, I think the northern tribes still reside in Africa. So we are scattered. Even believe it or not, even in Iraq, there's Israelites. The darker skinned people, because what a lot of y'all don't understand is that the original inhabitants of this planet were black people. You have black Mexican that they hide. You have black Venezuelan. You have Afro black people that they have hidden from public view. That they are the original Aboriginal people, the people that was native to these land masses. They try to have this narrative that we all came from Africa on slave ship. No, we haven't. No, we didn't. Not all of us, anyway. And the ones that actually went on slave ship, they didn't come from no Africa. They came from here. They came from the Americas, and they were shipped off to the West Indies, because the water is actually closer to get to the West Indies than to get from the United States of America all the way to Africa. Do you realize that these devils have our history for centuries? They have rewritten our history. They have hidden our history. When you have two nations go to war, usually the one that conquers the other nation usually get to tell the story of how they came about. That's why they call it history. His fucking story, right? That's what it's called, his story. That's his story he's telling in his way. You know what I'm saying? You know how Hollywood, when they try to make a movie about someone's life, let's say a serial killer, right? They put a little Hollywood twist to it to make it more entertaining, because, you know, I mean, this person pretty much just went around and killed people. So why not just get to the point? But they have to, you know, build up the dramatic scene to that point where he start killing or she start killing. That's what they have done. They have whitewashed our history to the point that a lot of us believe that we only existed during slavery. That's it. Like, you know, our beginning when slavery happened. That's what a lot of us believe. So what I'm saying to you, family, this dude was debating with me. It took a little while for me to literally knock it down and say, okay, you explain to me when any of these devils ever went into bondage on slavery. Because I had to tell him Deuteronomy chapter 28 to 68 verse is synonymous with Exodus, right? When we went into bondage in Egypt, it's synonymous, because we know they only went into bondage in Egypt once. So I had to explain. So at least that much he understood. But we like to give everybody else accolade over us. We giving away our motherfucking blessing to these heathen bastards over there, right? We're telling, I mean, these Christian pastors are telling people that they are the people of the book. We need to honor them. I remember like a couple years ago, my brother that was incarcerated, my twin brother, he called me and he was telling me, hey man, you know, I know you're very generous. You like to give money to homeless people or whatever, but you need to focus on giving money to these ish people over there, because God said he would bless those who bless them and curse those who curse them. And at the time I was already awoke, and I said to him, I would never give $1 to these devils, because they be getting billions of dollars every year. And he's like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. You blaspheme. Don't say that. I said, man, listen. And that was the first time I introduced him to the Deuteronomy curse, right? The Isaiah, you know, the prophecy in Isaiah and the book of Daniel. That's the first time I introduced. And he was supposed to be a scholar. He was actually a deacon at the time. Now he's a pastor. And I had to explain to him, I said, a lot of y'all are stuck in the New Testament, but before there was a new, there had to have been an old, right? So I said, you need to go back. You can't come in halfway in a movie and think you're going to know everything about the movie. You got to go way back. And I said, the reason why they told y'all that the law has been done away with, or Jesus Christ came to redeem us, so we're not under the law anymore, we're under grace, is because they don't want y'all to understand that the law wasn't given to everybody. It was given to one group of people. And the Most High said the people that did disobey the law, statutes, and commandment was going to go into bondage. And it only makes sense to me, because if I have disobedient kids, I'm cutting them off. And we are, believe me, just look at the conditions of our people. Look at the music that our people perpetrate, which I know, of course, the ish people is behind it. They'll pay you millions of dollars every fucking session, right? You have these non-talented rappers getting millions of dollars, getting big houses and cars and brandishing jewelry and all that, firearms and shit, right? They'll literally pay them to distribute these wicked ass music called rap music. Now the old school rap music, I rock with it, but these new school rap music, shoot them up, and you don't even understand what the hell they're saying, because they're putting curse on y'all, they casting spell on y'all through their music, and they'll pay them millions of dollars. And why they do that? Because they want us to put ourselves in a certain light. They want, when the world see black people, they see gangbangers, right? Thugs, gangsters. They see hoes dancing on stage half naked. So they're definitely not going to correlate us as being the chosen people. That's what they have done. So meanwhile, we're doing all that shit, right? Entertaining the world with our foolishness. The identity thieves are out there assuming our identity, and they're trying. They can't do it. They're trying to follow our law, statutes, and commandments. Because you got to remember one thing, family. They do have a God, but it's not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Their God is Lucifer. That's who the fuck they worship. A lot of them don't realize that they're actually worshiping Lucifer. That's why they have that so-called Star of David, which is basically the Star of Renfram, right? They Star of Moloch or Star of Renfram. I think it's called the Star of Renfram. That star identify the synagogue of Satan through the fact that they are worshiping Lucifer. That's a pagan symbol that they carry on with, or that they present on their flag, talking about the Star of David. What the fuck the Star of David got to do with salvation? And then come to find out, they have the highest skin cancer rate because they don't belong in that land. Number one. Number two, they have the biggest gay parade yearly in Tel Aviv. Did y'all know that the Jewish people have the biggest gay parade there is? So how could they be the chosen people? What they're doing, they're defiling that area, that alleged holy land, because a lot of y'all think that that's the only place that we're going to go. How can we fit all these millions of people that's supposed to go back into the kingdom in that one little area? Think about it. We own the whole fucking world. We're going to be all over. We're going to be here in the Americas ruling. We all not just going to be taken into that place. When the Bible said we're going back in the second Exodus, we're going back into the wilderness. We're going to be, basically what it means is that, right, all the creature comfort that we have right now, we ain't going to have it. We're going to have to be hiding, because when these devils find out who we really are, they're going to all turn against us, because they're going to realize, damn, all along we've been saying these are niggas and these are that. And a lot of them going to try to cling to us. But a lot of them not. They're going to say it. Just like how if you was to go to a so-called white supremacist, right? Let's say a KKK member and say, hey, did you know that Jesus Christ was black? But if he existed, because we know he never existed, it's a made-up story. They would, what? You crazy, because they already told you that their Christ is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil, right? Their Messiah, Jesus Christ. Christianity was given to us when we knew not even a language. When they came and got us, when they came here to Turtle Island, which they refer to as America, as in the original inhabitants, which were copper-colored people, black people, we didn't know English, Dutch, French, Spanish. We didn't know none of that shit. They had taught it. After they enslaved us, they taught us. They embedded that shit into us, their language, their way of life. You think they're going to really conquer us and say, okay, well, we're going to conquer you, but y'all could go about your lives as you know, how it was before we conquered. You could continue to serve your God. They know the moment we start serving and call upon the true name of the Most High, he's going to deliver us. And the Most High never going to give us his real name, because he know how we are. We would how many times you are lying and you say, I swear to God, I swear to God. You know, man, we will swear on his name while we're committing criminal acts just to prove that we're not doing it. He would never give us his name. So yeah, we could call him Yah, we could call him Ahaya, we could call him Yahuwah, whatever you want to call him. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the Most High knows our heart. He knows what we're trying to do. And the Most High also knows that our heart is desperately wicked too. Keep that in mind. So yeah, after talking to the brother, I think I convinced him. I gave him some scriptures and passages for him. You know, I wrote it down. Say, hey, I want you to revisit these scriptures and verses and shit, and then hit me up and let me know what you think about it. You know, because he swear that because he was taught in the Christian church that the Jewish people are God's chosen people. Well, if that's the case, why do they need a missile defense system? Why is it so easy for Hamas to go and fuck their shit up? Why is it so easy for Dylan Roof to go into a Christian church and kill 9 people, including the pastor, if Christianity is the religion of God? Yeah, it's a religion of God, but which God? The God of this world, who is Lucifer. Shalom.